fire's gone, but tried to drown her, but she learned to swim. The tide pulls her down, but she flies from within. And she falls, but she's still breathing. The fire's gone, but she still rises, she'll rise again. Like a phoenix from the flame of her rise again. And right where the darkness ends again, she'll rise again, rise again, rise again. Rules for the broken, none for the blessed. She's weak, but they don't understand. Every bruise is a badge, every scar a command. The night tries to drown her, but she learns to swim. While they light the flame, but what's the cost? When the line gets crossed and no one takes the price. Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on the crooked rail, like a phoenix through the flame of fate. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails. Rise again, rise again, again. Rise again. Whisper the verdict before the trial's begun. Hands washed in silence while we hold the gun. Shouting for answers, but the echoes just run. Who decides where the truth resides, when it's all just a game? Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on crooked rails, staring at shadows while they light the flame. One truth that always fails. When the line gets crossed and no one pays the price. Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails. Who decides where the truth resides, when it's all just a game? Whisper the verdict before the trial. Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Justice on a crooked rail. But the echoes just run. Who decides where the truth resides, when it's all just a game? Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails.
They point their fingers sharp like knives, cut through sin but leave the lies alive. Rules for some, none for the rest. Who made this day, who break this test? Eyes unshut but what they see, justice ain't for folks like me. Their justice was right,
Where the truth resides, when
the
it's all
innocent
just
take the
a
blame.
game. Two sets of scales, one
Hey, where's my chat? Uh-oh. There it is. Alright. What's up? Hold on, let me shut my door. Alright, happy Sunday. First, I want to say happy birthday to Adrian, if he's listening or not. I want to thank everybody who did leave a message on my community page. So, alright. I wasn't even going to go live tonight, but I have wax melts that are freezing, I guess. Not freezing, but hardening. And I was like, you know what? Thank you, Sly. Let me go ahead and do this. So I was listening to Chasing, and she was reviewing my live from last night. And a lot of things I want to talk about, because I think people just don't understand. So I need to explain it for anybody that my mic is muffled. All right, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Is it better? You know what? Let me make sure it's on the right mic. Hold on. Yeah, it should be. How about now? Is it better? So, I want to explain a bunch of stuff. Hey, Janessa, that I think it's lost in translation when speaking with a Christian, an atheist, a Christian, an atheist, and an agnostic walk into a bar. I support anybody's religion. I don't care what you believe. You want to be Christian, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, Zen Buddhist, Scientology. Does not fucking matter. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to their belief. Everybody has a right to believe in whatever the fuck they choose to believe in. But if you're going to believe it 100%. Don't do things half-assed. That's how I feel. I have 2 children, which we have discussed, but I have 2 children that are diehard Christians. They believe in Jesus. They live every day believing in Jesus. And guess who supports them 100%? Me. Yes, tonight is a bit about religion. I support them 100%. I support their choices. I support what they do. I support all of it. Brie, I agree with you on that. So I just need to put that disclaimer out here because it really is the premise of tonight. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. And Chasing could not understand how I had a right to my opinion. So let me start with this. Chasing, I don't believe in Jesus Christ. So a lot of things you were, and I'm going to play some of her live. A lot of things you were saying is someone that believes in Jesus Christ. I don't and never have. And that's not even when I decided to become an atheist. That's how I was raised. I was raised in a Jewish home. Jesus Christ was nothing more than a rabbi. He wasn't the Son of God. He wasn't God. He wasn't anything. Yeah, we are going to review it. I'm just giving a premise here. And he wasn't anything to us. He is just a rabbi who the Roman Catholics killed because the Jews ordered them to. I mean, we could go through the Bible, but growing up as a Jew, I never believed in Jesus anyway. I don't believe in Christian values, morals. Now, granted, let's be fair, much of our day-to-day living is based on Christian values. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not going to argue that, but even if I wasn't an atheist, I still wouldn't believe in the same rules as you do. That's okay. I'm allowed. I don't have to agree with you. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yes, Jesus was a Jew. Maybe, just maybe, I'm wrong, and that's why I'm going to have you guys hear it and hear some of the things that she was saying. Am I taking it too personal? I don't know, but we'll get into it. Hold on. Let me pull her up. I had to restart my computer, so bear with me. No, she went pretty hard, Yarn. Like, literally, pretty fucking hard.
It is fettuccine. Preacher.
Full time, ma'am.
Or read it, I'm like, oh, this is thing. I don't care. Fred Hill. Yeah, you time. Then we unblocked each other. I know a lot of what people were paying attention to, and they went around all at the same time. Hey, Envino, was, Summer's case because it happened right before Monk. What? Everybody here, you probably do. Hi, Lola. You probably all know who Brittany said, "Do it, lady," about 20 times.
All right, I think this is probably the beginning. Hey, Nana. Nana, while you're here, I have a question because you come up in this. So I'm glad you're here. Did Brittany do prayers nonstop when your husband died? Because Chasing seems to think that Brittany did all this stuff for you when your husband died. And I said, no, she did not. She didn't do shit. So I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy because it did come up last night. And Chasing brings it up. So that's why I'm like, I'll have to ask Nana. Because I remember that she didn't do shit. And that was one of the reasons you left, because she didn't really do much. And she wasn't crying. And it was like a very blase, oh, I'm so sorry. That's how I remember it. And I remember you being on Queen Bee saying that's why you left. So I just want clarification. If you stick around for this, then you'll hear it. And you'll hear what Chasing says.
I just can understand. All right, wait. Mr. and Mrs. E have a child who is undergoing serious health issues right now. So number one, if you're the praying kind, you need to be praying. Keep that little man in your prayers. It is very serious. I can't imagine the toll it's taking on them as a family. Brittany was reading it off. She was reading what they put on the post. And when she got to the part about Mr. E refusing to leave the hospital, like refusing to leave the rehab where middle E is, she was crying. It was extremely emotional. And you could tell those weren't no fake ass tears. It wasn't like, you know, you could hear it. It was real.
And I never said that her tears weren't real. I said her tears were not for Mr. E's son. That's what I said, or Mr. E's kid. That's what I said. Thank you, Ben Palm. We're going to get to that.
So Laura's like, where were those tears for Nana? Nana's husband. I'm like, what? She's like, where are the tears for Kelsey's brother? Hold on. Hold on. She was reading off a post about a child with cancer. A little child who had to have these surgeries.
Nana says, no, she hated me for going out and apologized to everyone I ever hurt because I needed this for me because I saw life was so short. When my husband passed, I didn't want to die with the regret of hurting. Okay, but did she pray for you like she's saying? Did she have any emotions or was she emotional? That's what Chasing's trying to say. I'm like, no, she wasn't. No, she didn't. She would push the drama and then would make it about her again. I totally agree with that.
And is struggling in a rehab right now. Yes, of course. Hey, you don't know me. Nana's situation was extremely sad. Extremely sad. And Kelsey's situation is devastating. Her dad and her brother. But if you're speaking to somebody, if Remy's telling me all these things are happening with her, and we're having a conversation, and I'm like, oh my God, girl, you know, I got you. I'm praying for you. Call me anytime, whenever you need me. Let you know you have us as a community. That's one thing. She was reading it off the wall, and you could feel her emotions rising up the whole time she was reading it. And she's like, Laura's like, I just think this is fake. I mean, you know, where are the tears for this one? Where's the tears for that one? And I'm just like, Laura, not every hill is a hill to die on. Like, that is just, stop, please. She said that she was crying because she was crying for herself. Like, what? She's
Chasing, I am entitled to that opinion. I don't know why you think that only your opinion is right. I have seen Brittany do this over and over and over, just like I've seen MGL do it over and over and over. I don't understand why my opinion is wrong because it's my opinion.
reading this horrible thing about a little child. Like, this is awful. I mean, I was tearing up listening to her read it. I'm like, oh, this is awful. God, this is terrible, man. And of course you think of your own children. That's not a selfish thing. It's a natural reaction.
I never said otherwise. What I did say was at the moment she lost her shit, I just believe that she was crying. What hit her is that her husband, her boyfriend, who won't even marry her, would never stay all night with her son. Chasing asked, well, how do I know that? I'll tell you how I know that. Have you ever heard the kids say, Dad, can you help me? Or is it always mom, 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 mom? Never dad. That's what I base it on.
Especially if you have a little boy and they're talking about middle E, which I think is a son. that's a natural thought. Like, oh my gosh, how would I deal with this? I don't even know. And then to Mr. E, people who watch him, you're thinking, gosh, he refuses to leave. You know, he's devastated. He's sitting there. He won't leave. That's his child. That was what Laura said. Is she crying because she knows Craig wouldn't do the same thing? I was like, that is a low fucking thing.
Chasing, but you don't know. You're acting like you know the truth. You don't. I personally think that Craig is a piece of shit lowlife. I do. I'm entitled to that based on what I see. It's one thing if you have an opinion on what I say, I'm with you on that. But what you're giving is not an opinion. What you're stating is, I'm wrong and you're right. And that's just not true.
To say, boy, that's a low fucking thing to say. Like, who would say that?
That's what I'm saying, Six Up. I don't know why this is turned into this, because I see something that I have an opinion on, and it may be different than yours, but that doesn't make mine wrong, and it doesn't make yours right, and it doesn't make yours wrong, and it doesn't make mine right. It's just my opinion.
Why? How would that even come in your mind? Like, oh yeah, her crying is not for the ease.
Chasing, if you knew Craig and you watched Craig, believe me, I'm not the only one that thinks like that. And it's not just quote unquote my people, my subscribers that believe that. There's many people that believe that based on what we see out of Craig. You obviously don't watch Craig enough to have an opinion on Craig, which is fine. I didn't understand what the dark side was saying about Britney until I actually started really watching. Then I knew what the fuck they were talking about. But Craig, yeah, we'll get to Craig.
It's because she knows Craig would never, he would never stay with their kids. That was like a gut punch. I'm like, what?
See, Chase, and what you need to remember, now I had a wonderful father. I did. Till the day he died. He was an amazing father. I don't know what kind of father, Scott? Her husband's name is Scott? Well, I'll just say Mr. Chasen, because I think his name is Scott, but I forgot. I don't know what kind of father he is, but from what I know and from what I see, he seems like a good dad. He seems like a dad that, very macho, but he is a dad that if God forbid something happened to his kid, he may stay at the hospital all night. I've never seen anything bad come from him. I've never seen him, I don't know, do anything that would make me think otherwise. I've seen the kids ask for him, something you don't ever see from Britney. So personally, that's my opinion. And again, I'm entitled to it. And I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but you certainly can't say you're 100% right either.
Why would you say something like that? It was sad.
Yes, I'm reviewing you. I'm reviewing you while I'm listening to you, listening to me. There you go. So Chasing, if you're probably still live, so you probably didn't catch the beginning. I'll say it to you point out blank. you're never going to understand how an atheist thinks, and that's why I'm doing this live. And you said a lot of things that you were just very, like just now, like you were very confused on. So I'm explaining it to you, and I absolutely agree with you, and I've said it a bunch of times. I don't know if I'm right. You don't know if you're right. Neither one of us know if each other are right, but we're both entitled to an opinion. I have never heard them say dad or anything ever. Chasing, your husband's name is Scott, right? I like trying to remember. I'm like, I think it's Scott. Because they don't ask for him. She's always like, hold on, I got to do this for the kid. Can't you say, go ask dad? She's never once said, go ask dad. So do I think that he would be the type of father to sit 100%? No, I don't. That's why I don't believe that he would sit there all day with the kids when he can't even take care of them at their own house. He doesn't even say, Mom's working. What do you need? He doesn't do anything for his kids. What makes you think that he's going to do something out, at the hospital? He won't. Based on everything I see, he won't.
Made me sad. I'm like, I can't even believe you think like that. Like, you must hate her with an extreme passion.
And see again, I don't hate her at all. At all. You just don't understand the way I think. That's all.
To make her feel that way. Or to say things like that to her anyway. Laura's an asshole. Well, I mean...
See, and I have to debate that. I'm not an asshole. I just don't agree with everybody's religious opinions. It doesn't make me wrong.
I mean, I know that... Hello, Crystal. I know she's not the same as everybody else. She's her. Yeah, Debbie. Which I don't understand. I don't understand that. How could you, How? Why? Why? Never. Is thank you next to you? I don't see thank you next. Or I can't see her anyway. I don't know. I mean, we all know Laura will basically say anything. She'll just say anything. But
That is so not true. And I find that highly offensive. I do. No, I don't just say anything at all. Hey, Joanne. Like, not even remotely close.
and maybe she's got to be used to prayer because her son is very religious, right? Yes, Amanda. Yeah. Hey, Twist. Like, she's got to be used to prayer. And the prayer that Brittany prayed did not seem over the top to me whatsoever.
Understand, too, I don't think that the prayer itself was over the top. It was the way she presented it was over the top. That's what I found over the top. Because I see Brittany as a fake Christian. I do.
And I know somebody else thought it was over the top too. It totally wasn't. Has everybody heard the prayer that she prayed for Mr. E's son? To me, it was totally not like, what the hell kind of religion? Yeah, the low factor. Oh, it was a nice prayer, right? You guys haven't heard it. It was not like some crazy, oh, you guys haven't heard it. Hold on. Let me get it. Hold on.
But Chasing, understand, I do believe that everybody sins, but as an atheist agnostic, we don't really believe in sin. It's not something we believe in. We believe in mind over matter. There's no almighty that's going to guide our life. That's all stuff that we have to do. We have to guide our life. The amount of prayers is not going to change my body chemistry. And I know you said that you prayed every day for cancer. Did you not? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. That you prayed every day when I had cancer. Did you also pray for Christine 5555, who certainly is a quote-unquote nicer person than I am? Of course you did. But her body didn't matter what God wanted. Her body led the way. Do you see what I'm saying? It was, so you can pray all day long, but that doesn't mean that it's going to matter. And that's just my personal opinion.
1 second.
For those coming in late, let me state this again loud and clear. Even, and I know some of you guys can't see past Christianity. Even if I believed in God, I would not be a Christian. I was raised by Jewish parents. We never believed Jesus was the Son of God or anything like that. He was a rabbi, he was a high rabbi, and that was it. And he died on the cross. That's it. So, you know, everyone that's trying to teach me Jesus, I wouldn't have believed it anyway, because that wasn't where my morals and values were raised. It was raised in a Jewish home with Jewish ancestors. You know, a few Christians here and there, but for the most part, it was very much Judaism. So I wouldn't have believed all this stuff about Jesus when I was young anyway, just so everyone knows. And Kristen, to add to what you just said, I don't agree with the way my son and daughter think. But I support them 100%. I would never tell them they're wrong. I would never say that you're crazy to believe in Jesus, or you're crazy to think that there's like an almighty God out there that's going to save you. You know, I hope that I instilled in them enough that, you know, they have the power to change. It's up to them. Whatever path they want to go down, they make those choices. And I have instilled it. When Dayton's father died, he turned to religion, and I was 100% supportive of that. Still am. The kid sleeps with the Bible next to him. He reads the Bible. How he ended up so religious, I don't know, but more power to him. I don't down him for it. I don't talk to him and Sage have gone head to head. I support him 100%, but that doesn't mean I agree with it.
All right, I'm grabbing it here. Hold on. I don't know. I really just thought it was sad. Like, why, bro? Why? Why?
They get a lot of stuff. As far as Brittany being under pressure,
Hold on.
And Chasing, I'm with you. You're entitled to your opinion. But your opinion had a lot of questions. Your opinion was, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would you say that? That's why I'm addressing it. So you do understand.
I knew I was healing. She did not. So something like that, good vibes, multiple part Christian will never say those words. He'll never sit there going, Jesus.
Of course we would.
Take God's name.
Of course we would.
No, Chasing, they don't. People that are truly religious, like I used this last night and I mean it. Dayton will never say, oh God. He'll say, oh gosh. He will never say, Jesus Christ. He will never do that. Sage will never do that. People that I know that are extremely religious will never do that.
What?
She's discussed her issues with on the law, talking to a brick wall.
Hold on.
You said that I went into elevator. Okay, this I already apologized. Not how I am. So you're lying on me. Would say do it. Let.
Hold on.
Someone that wants to be.
It's like everybody's got to come and try to get there.
Oh my
Just
God.
come get your dick. Just leave me alone.
And let me also state this loud and clear. I am not reviewing Chasing to bash Chasing or tell her beliefs are wrong or tell her why her beliefs are wrong. I'm just acknowledging all the things that she said she didn't understand, and I'm going to explain them. That's all.
Vibes
She said dig, not dick.
about Mr. Ease, and I can't remember who played it. So
Mr. Ease, okay.
last night.
She's about to find it.
Then people tell me I'm too loud.
She's about to find it now.
I don't think it was Glue. But it was on her main channel, right? She was supposed to be doing true crime?
Yeah, Twist. I watched some of it last night. No, not for me.
I had some things to do, but did you guys have a good day? I had a crazy
Here we
day.
go.
In.
To get anything in.
I'm doing that, and you don't have to when you have nothing to lie about. So.
Now tell me if you think this is some weirdo
saying that.
prayer.
But
Hey,
everything's fine
Joe.
if you have nothing to lie about. Brittany, you lie all the time.
All right, Joshua says, Chasing, I hope you're still here. When BJ had cellulitis, Craig left her alone in a room and wouldn't help her or get close because he didn't want to quote unquote catch it. Her mods had to call a wellness check to make sure she was taken to the hospital. That's why I say what I say about Brittany. And I've heard that before.
Like, what the fuck?
I didn't think this was weird, personally.
I
But
I'm a little behind on watching what's happening, but I would never tell someone who's fake cancer. I'll leave it at that. Jesus, idiot! It's what? It's nothing more than a move to run
The Lord's name in vain.
oh my God, come on.
YouTube ever. Brain tumor removed. His neurosurgeon explained the
Here
tumor
we
like this. Imagine a kiwi and how it has hairs and fibers on it. The tumor started in the area that was empty from the last tumor removal and it branched out like the little fibers on a kiwi. The little fibers of the tumor woven themselves into the brain crevices. They were able to get out the chunk of the tumor, which supplies.
Now, let me throw this in
Hey,
here.
Sin.
And I mean this wholeheartedly. Most everyone knows, but I'm just going to reiterate. November 2nd of 2023, I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. My very first thought was, thank God it's me and not one of my kids. My mom cried with me every day because I'm her daughter. I'm her only daughter. And you never want your child, no matter how old
Cried
they are
with
or how
you,
young they are,
yes.
you never want to hear that your child has cancer because people automatically assume you're going to die.
But Chasing, understand, and you sped through this really fast, so let me reiterate here. What I was saying was, as a parent, you would rather take the hit than give it to your child. You would rather have, like, I'm thankful that cancer happened to me and not one of my children. And I know that sounds weird, but from my mother's perspective, she was like, oh my God, my only daughter has cancer. And it was a different headspace than my kids thinking, oh my God, my mom has cancer. And it was different from me saying, oh my God, I have cancer. But the reality of your child having it is far different than the realization that you have it. So I was saying, I completely understand the panic, the hate, the, what Mr. and Mrs. E are going through, but, because I looked at it from my mom's perspective, and me being the mom, very caring mom that I am, I fucking was so thankful that it happened to me and not one of my children.
She knew nothing about cancer as I didn't either. But from a mother perspective, I completely understand how she feels or how she felt. So I couldn't
Exactly,
even imagine my child going
chocolate.
through it because I would fucking, I just.
Come on.
Skills and functions on the right side of his body. If he had taken that part out, middle E would have been permanently paralyzed. Long story short, there is residual pieces of tumor, but they were inoperable. The surgeon is hoping that cutting off the supply of the blood to them will help them dissipate. Our biggest challenge right now is his recovery. He is having difficulty speaking with his cognition. He is unable to fully move the right side of his body. It is very weak from the surgery and trauma to the brain. It is inflamed from everything that he has been through.
So sad.
The surgeon believes that he will get all of these functions back, but it will take some time for the brain to get back to normal. It is a much longer recovery than he anticipated, but we are hopeful. Middle E is naturally frustrated, but he is working hard and doing his best to recover. God bless him. Oh, dear bless.
Now, the E's are two creators that's part of the green team, and she was just talking about an interview, and now she used this.
She was reading it
Do I
because
think
somebody
she was
told
using them
her.
as a grift? Yeah, and I'm going to explain why in a
What?
second. But
See, this is where I have to disagree. What? Somebody said they had posted something, so she went to read it. That's all that happened. But okay, let's go.
Speak for my entire community. I could speak for my extended community.
Dukes, I don't
I
know.
could speak for my own family and friends when I say
They
this.
call him Middle E.
Mr. and Mrs. E, we wish your son nothing but the best. I don't pray, so I'm not going to give you a fake prayer, but I will say that my heart completely understands. And on behalf of my entire community, we're not part of the green team, we're not part of the dark side, we're not either side. We're on our own side, but I just want you to know that you have all of our blessings, our sympathy, everything. Like, I just could not even imagine. It's got to
I
be
know, Leon.
the craziest time in your life. And you have a blessing. So now, let's hear how Brittany handles it.
Okay, let's.
Listen, Jesus, please heal this baby. Please, God, take it from him, Lord. In your holy name, we beg. We plead with you. We come to you with open heart, heavy hearts,
Hey, Nana
and a
Al.
humble spirit. And we ask you, God, to please touch Middle E.
Really, Brittany, you don't even fucking know them. And
Now, let me jump ahead on this. When I say she doesn't know them, I don't mean that you can't send prayers for people that you don't know, or that, you can't shed tears for someone you don't know. You absolutely can. People were shedding tears for Charlie Kirk. Never met the guy. People shed tears if someone in Hollywood dies. I get it. Or if a rock star dies. I get it. And it's not the prayers of the emotion that I was saying with her. It was the over the top about her. That's, to me, was over the top. And I stand by that.
What?
This is the reason I don't believe in religion. I'm going to show you right now.
Oh, my Lord.
If
Wait. What? We're not done. How do you guys pray? Like, how do you pray? What do you say? What do you say? I say very much the same. Like, Lord, we're coming to you, and if it is your will, please, you're talking to Jesus. what do we think? I don't know what she thinks.
I don't believe in Jesus. His body is going to determine what happens. His own body is going to do that. I don't believe that God has any control over that. It's genetics, it's science, it's everything. You know, don't ask me how the world started. Don't ask me how the first baby started. But I do know that a baby happens inside of my body, and I couldn't do it without a partner. Or I'll say without sperm, because you can get it artificially inseminated. But it takes two. And science and our bodies, and, you know, I know people that are religious believe God did that. I don't. I truly don't. So that's okay, though. So a lot of things you're saying are from a Christian perspective, which is fine. But I don't believe that.
We're supposed to do when we pray. But it is a lovely prayer. But we're not done. Hold on.
These parents,
To religious people, it's not over the top. To an atheist, agnostic, it is over the top. Again, I am entitled to that opinion. I don't need religious people coming in here telling me how I should think, Penny. I am entitled to my agnostic opinion. It doesn't make it wrong.
did that, I totally respect it. If E's family, son's girlfriend, I don't know how old the kid is, son's girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, aunt, whoever, I'm with you. Totally get it. She's never even met them.
Me either.
Who's listening to your prayer over Jesus? Give me a fucking break.
Jesus is.
And people wonder, I don't believe in religion.
What?
Part of that is why. And I'm with nonsense on that. I'm totally with nonsense. I think where me and nonsense are different is I haven't had any traumatic episodes with, religion. I just
Wow.
did research. She doesn't. And you hear her say good vibes multiple times. You hear her actually say, I haven't called her. I haven't reached out to her. I need to
Of
reach
course,
out to
Crystal.
her. Well, you've been saying this for fucking months.
Me too, Mama.
She does sound like a televangelist, but it gets worse.
And help him and guide Mr. and Mrs. E. Lord, I can't even imagine what they must be feeling right now. As a parent, you feel so helpless when your child is struggling. Lord, I ask that you give that entire family comfort, Lord. Let them know that they have an army of us that surround them, Jesus, in your holy name.
That's what I can't fucking stand. You don't need the extra, yes, but good vibes. Do you throw in all the extra stuff?
What extra
Or do you
stuff?
just say, I hope, I pray that you're good and blah, blah, blah?
What?
Or I pray the best? Or do you go into the whole, what she's doing? There's a big difference between praying for someone and wishing them well and, in Jesus' name and blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, Brittany. You're such a fake-ass Christian. And I'm going to get into more reasons why.
But Jason, why are you so shocked by that? I was only listening before. I didn't see your facial expressions. This is like the first time I'm seeing your facial expressions. Why are you so shocked by that? She is a fake Christian who uses religious manipulation all the time.
I ask you, Father God, please, if it be your will, touch this kid. Touch his mom and his dad.
Audrey.
Touch his siblings, Lord. Touch this entire family. Lord, pull this
AKC.
burden from them. Lord,
Exactly.
please let him heal and let him have a
Exactly.
speedy recovery.
Okay. Here's my issue.
Okay, before we get into that, let me express this again. I'm going to say this from my perspective, okay? From my perspective. Now, I know there's a lot of people in here that absolutely believe in religion, believe in the Lord, believe in the prayer, believe in the power of the prayer. I'm not going to down you for that. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong for that. You have every right to believe in that. So what I'm about to say is from my perspective, the way I see things, right, wrong, or indifferent. In my opinion, and again, I stress my opinion, in my opinion, it doesn't fucking make any logical sense to me that some stranger on the internet who lives in sin, who doesn't really live by the religious beliefs at all, is going to sit there and ask some almighty being for prayers for somebody that she never met, that she doesn't know, in the way that she did it. To me, that is such a ludicrous belief. It's ludicrous for me to believe it in any capacity. I think it's fucking weird. Jesus Christ is not listening to you saying, oh, okay, let me go over here and heal her because you asked me to. That it's just such a non-logical concept. But for those that believe in it, go right ahead. Keep believing it. Love yourself for it. If it makes you a better person, I'm all for it. But I think it's fucking weird. And that's just my agnostic opinion. It doesn't make me right. It doesn't make me wrong.
One of my issues, and guys, don't hate me for this. I'm not saying anything against Christians. As you guys know, my son, my daughter, only me and Phoenix know the truth. Now, seriously though. Brittany is morbidly obese, which goes against gluttony. Brittany lies a lot. That goes against her religion.
Oh my.
Chasing, it's a deadly sins. Your body should be your temple. You should not be morbidly obese if you believe in your body as a temple. I didn't make these rules. Gluttony is gluttony. I didn't create the deadly sins. So you're so surprised that I said that. Living in sin is against Christian beliefs. Sex before marriage is against Christian beliefs. Kids out of wedlock, against Christian beliefs. If you are such a diehard Christian where you think that Jesus is going to listen to you and help you, and 10 billion other people on the planet at the same time, if you think that that's going to work, hey, more power to you. But again, I think it's a fucking ludicrous concept, and it's even more ludicrous coming from someone who doesn't follow their own religious beliefs.
God.
Brittany had 5 kids out of wedlock.
Help me.
That goes against her religion.
Lord
Brittany
Jesus.
had sex before marriage. That goes against her religion. Brittany is also living in sin. So think about all those 5 things. And yet she's talking to God or Jesus like she's such a holier than thou person.
No.
Don't you?
See, but Marie, let me answer that. And again, just my opinion. I got to state that 100 times over. That's an excuse that people use when they want to do something bad. It was the devil. Nobody's perfect. Blah, blah, blah. But again, you have that choice. Everybody has that choice. You have a choice whether you want to sin. You have a choice how you want to live. You have a choice of what you do in your life, if you wallow in misery, if you don't wallow. There's so many different choices that you make that have nothing to do with God at all.
To follow the religion in order.
We all come to the foot of Jesus, broken sinners. She's pleading for Middle Ease recovery. Do you understand that? Hey, Chanley, I don't understand. I can't.
Exactly, 6 up. Imagine knowing you are responsible for all and there's no made up man in the sky. Thank you. It is life. It's almost like living life on life's terms. It's mind blowing. I agree with you.
Believe she just said she's morbidly obese, and that goes against whatever. Wait, gluttony? Like, are you watching too many movies? What in God's name? Beefurgs, help me. Hey, Chanley, I'm just baffled.
I'm just throwing this out there.
Okay.
Don't you have to follow a religion? And it's like, okay.
No,
let me
you
rephrase that.
don't.
If a priest, I'm just going to throw out a Catholic priest. If a Catholic priest who does,
A
he's not
Catholic-
a pedophile or anything else, he's actually a real priest.
Not the
If
pedophiles.
he's a priest, and he says
And chasing, I said that because there is a lot of Christian priests that turned out to be pedophiles. And it was a whole big thing with the Pope and everything. So that's why I said that. I kind of said it joking, but it is a real thing. I mean, you know that.
those things,
No.
it means a lot because he
No.
lives his life
No.
that way.
No, Laura, no. So she thinks a priest's prayer means more than one of us hitting our face and just praying to the Lord. Tara, girl. When Laura was sick with cancer, I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. That's what you do. That's what you do. What? I mean, if some of the prayers she heard me say for her, she'd be like, don't do that. Yeah, he only wants perfect Christians. Didn't you know?
And Chasen, the reason why I said don't do that is because God wasn't going to, you praying to God for me wasn't going to change a fucking thing. My body was going to decide what happens. Chemo was going to decide what happens. What my body was going to fight was up to my body. Now, do I believe that I could will myself sick or I could will myself better? To a certain extent, yeah, I do. I think there's a big part of your own will that can heal you or can prolong life based on your own power and the power of your own mind. But at the end of the day, your body is really going to determine what happens, and it has nothing to do with God. In my opinion, and just my opinion, I strongly believe, and that's okay, you can. But I'm just saying that I wouldn't want somebody wasting their time praying for me when I know it's not going to mean anything. Does it make you feel like you've done something? Maybe. But again, I use Christine. You prayed for Christine, right? Lots of people prayed for Christine. And it's so sad that she's gone. Same thing with Jonice. Everybody prayed for Jonice. Did it change anything? Not a fucking thing. Why? Because their bodies determined what was going to happen to them. And we don't have a choice in that. Do I believe, on a personal note, which is where I differ from some atheists and most agnostics, I do believe in ghosts. I don't know what's going to happen when we die. And I've said this all along. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right, and I don't know if I'm wrong. But everything that I have studied about religion and about the afterlife, everybody talks about spiritual guides. Everybody talks about, unless they're overly religious, we're taking the religious factor out of it. Nobody ever talks about seeing God. What they talk about is spiritual guides. They talk about, and unless you're watching a Christian channel, then we met God and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not saying that there's not a God after we die, who is a spirit who runs the afterlife. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. I don't know if that exists. I would like to think it does. But I don't believe that same God is watching over the whole universe. And Jesus was this, I was going to say was the Son of God. Jesus was a real person according to history, according to religion, according to religious history. Jesus was just a man, just like everybody else, just a man. So I have a hard time ever believing that he was anything more. Uh-oh, guess who just walked in? We're having religious talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not about you.
What's it about?
Why I don't believe.
I gotta be here for this.
Get out. Get out.
No.
He's the last person I wanted in here. So I don't know what's going to happen when we die. All right, Dayton, you're a good person to ask this. I got a question.
Let's hear it.
If someone is hurting or sick, how would you pray for them?
Well, what do you mean?
How would you pray
like
for them?
cancer sick?
Whatever.
Well, I think it depends the context of the sickness.
One of your online friends has a kid that's very sick. How would you pray for them?
I'll one up you with that. My coach had his daughter who had leukemia.
Okay.
When we would pray for her, we would ask for that God provide healing towards her,
Okay.
but to not prolong his plan. So if the entire point was for her to go to heaven all along because it was her time to go, then we pray not that she stay here and fight and struggle and constantly go through all the pain that she has to go through here versus all the relief and health she'll get in heaven. But mind you, she's cancer free now. She's made it through all that. But,
and you think her body did it, or you think God did it?
well, here's the thing. It's tough to answer that when you're talking Christian to atheist, because you believe that her body did that versus me and any other Christian. We have faith in what we believe in that helps us believe that it was God who did it. When, like, for example, in the Bible, the blind man, or not even the blind, the injured man. The injured man came up to Jesus when he was doing his teaching practices in, I don't remember the city, but he was there with all of his students, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. When he was with them, he was doing his teachings, and a man who was seriously injured and sick came up to him, and he had struggled all his life with that. So he had so much faith that if he just had a touch of Jesus' garments, that he would be healed. He didn't believe that Jesus physically touching him or enunciating him as a human would heal him, but just the touch of his garment would create divine healing upon him, and he wouldn't be sick, and he wouldn't be injured anymore. That was his faith that he had in Jesus. So when he went up to Jesus, he touched his garment as an unclean person, and right then he knew he was healed because all the pain was gone. And Jesus turned and looked at him and said, "Who grabbed my garment?" And he was like, "It's me. Like, I know I'm unclean and I touched you, but I believed that just the touch of your garment would be enough to heal me." And after that, Jesus said to all of the people he was preaching to, he said, "Everybody, look at this woman. Take this as example and realize that it's not me that's healing you, but the Heavenly Father. You guys have so much faith in me that the Heavenly Father sees it, and then he casts healing upon you."
Okay. All right. And you didn't have to believe, but you were criticizing someone who was praying about a child. I wasn't criticizing someone that was praying about a child. I was criticizing fake prayers. Fake over-the-top tears. That's what I was criticizing. Oh, he knows a lot. D-Rod. He really does. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I support his beliefs 100%. I support him, his religion 100%. I support him 100%. But I just don't agree with it.
But what makes you not believe in it?
I'm not getting into this conversation.
Why not?
Because I'm not. It's too long. I'm not getting into it. If you want to stick around, you'll hear it. All right, so let me go back to this.
Just perfect ones, Casey. Not you. Only the perfect ones. Okay. Okay. Like the priests. Because
He lives his life.
I'm going to rewind that. Dane was talking and I missed it.
when Laura was sick with cancer, I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. That's what you do. That's what you do. What? I mean, if some of the prayers she heard me say for
Yeah, but chasing, I said before and after. I said 100% that, I feel for that family. I explained why I felt for the family. I explained it, during it, before it. I explained all that. So to say that I was downing her praying for a child is just wrong, because I wasn't at all.
her, she'd be like, don't do that. Yeah, he only wants perfect Christians. Didn't you know? Just perfect ones, Casey. Not you. Only the perfect ones. Okay. Okay. Like the priests. Because
He lives his life in, where he can talk to Jesus. He lives his
No.
life in a way that
you
is
can
acceptable
too.
by Jesus.
All of us
Not
do.
this bullshit. When you do 5 things that are major sins, that's a problem. That's
No,
how I feel.
Laura.
You can be as religious as you want.
No.
You can love God. You can pray to God every day.
This is wild.
And I respect you for it.
Absolutely,
I
Mama.
have no issues with that. But be a real Christian.
What do you think a real Christian is?
Understand that everybody sins.
We do.
Everybody has, nobody can go through life without sinning. Nobody.
Of course not.
But if
So
you're
then
gonna
you're
sit
making
there
our
and
point.
preach the way,
She's
yes,
not preaching.
You can't just.
She didn't preach a thing. She said a very simple prayer. Very simple prayer.
Talk the talk. You have to walk the walk.
And I get what you're saying about being a simple prayer, but to me, it's dumb. For my personal feeling, just like you had an opinion on what I'm saying, I have an opinion on her over-the-top reaction to that prayer or to that child. You think it's as simple. I don't. I don't see it like that. I think it's fucking... I thought she was fake.
Yeah, Tater, you're too fat to pray. Me too. You're just too fat.
Because they took their vows, they both got rebaptized, they took their
No
vows with
praying.
Jesus, and that is how they live their life.
He's
They're
definitely
not gonna live in sin. They're not going to have a baby. if you
Jesus
don't have
hates fat
sex.
people.
So they took a vow of celibacy.
Okay,
Doesn't
great.
say, oh, we're
Great.
As I read this, all I can do is think about my son, or what Mr. and Mrs. E must be experiencing as they watch this. Life is too short, y'all. Way too short.
It is.
Our biggest challenge right now, okay, let me see. It is a much longer recovery than we anticipated, but we are hopeful. Middle E is naturally frustrated, but he is working hard and doing his best to recover. God bless him. The preliminary pathology shows that the tumor with the same as the last one removed in December.
See, Marie, this is my problem. You just nailed it. Why should you be offended at my opinion? I'm not offended at any Christian's opinion. I'm not offended by someone believing, but you're offended about how I believe? That's fucked up. I'm sorry, but that's fucked up. You should never be offended at my opinion on my faith. That's weird to me. You don't have to agree with it, but to say that you're offended by it, you didn't write religion.
The tumor was the same as the last and removed in December. Middle E will start chemo in a few weeks to deal with the cancer. From surgery, Middle E went into the ICU. On Sunday, they moved him to a regular room where he stayed until yesterday. The doctors thought that it would be best for him to receive speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy in a rehabilitation facility.
It's a lot.
That way, he can get more concentrated therapy and hopefully help him heal more quickly. Mr. E is staying with him every night and refuses to leave. God bless him.
That's when she gets upset.
We were lucky enough to have Aunt E and Granny.
Is she crying because Craig would never do that?
Oh.
That's what I think. Is she crying because,
my God.
Craig would never fucking stay with the kid all night?
How do you know that? You don't even know them.
Oh, contraire, I do though. 'Cause I do. I've watched it enough to know that, yeah, no. And as far as this whole conversation goes, understand, I don't dislike Christians, as you can see from my son, who I fully support 100%. I've never tried to tell him my way. I mean, yeah, I did a little when they were young, but when they wanted to go to church, they went to church. Dayton goes to a youth group now. Go, have fun. I don't try to convince him or tell him I'm offended by the way he thinks. If that's what makes him a better person, that's fine. That's great. And I support him 100% because he could have gone a whole other way. So don't ever think that I dislike Christians or I'm against Christians or I'm against prayer or blah. I'm not. I just want to see it real. And what I got from Brittany and her overdramatics, I'm sorry, that's how I see it. Her and Craig want to live this, oh, we're so religious, we're such Christians. I'm sorry. Chasing, don't hate me for this, but you already hate me, so it don't matter. Cam and Allie pulled the same Christian stuff. Are they real Christians too, the way they live their life? No. Just because one says they're a real Christian, you have to follow through. Your actions have to show it. You have to live that life. And that doesn't mean you can't have sin. But people that live by religion, like my ex-husband used to say, God is good, orderly direction. That's what God is. Just on the right path. But if you're constantly making mistakes and constantly fucking up and constantly doing things, you're not a religious person. You're just full of shit.
Why would you say something like that? That shocked me when she said that. You could feel it, Tara. You could literally feel it. Like, when she read the part about Mr. E, I'm sure she was just like, oh, this poor man. This poor family. Listen close.
Heal more quickly. Mr. E is staying with him every night and refuses to leave. God bless him. We were lucky enough to have Aunt E and Granny.
Is she crying because Craig would never do that? That's what I think. Is she crying because, Craig would never fucking stay with the kid all night? And good for him. My daughter was in the hospital. I never left her fucking side. Brad had to drag me out in order to go take a shower. But she was a baby.
Unbelievable.
with our family over the last week to help with our other children. I've been driving back and forth daily. We are not exactly sure how long Middle E will be in the rehab facility, but we hope that it is only a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we are not sure.
How many people think she started crying as a money grab? Because I do. I think she thought people were going to start sending her money. Like, oh, poor Brittany.
Why?
Here you go.
Because that's how Brittany thinks, Chasing. That is Brittany. Brittany wanted people feeling bad for her, money. I'm sorry, but it is. It is what it is. And there's lots of people that would agree with me on this.
Oh, here you go.
Why?
See, love and light, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This is crazy. Joe, right?
Oh, help.
See, but Chasing, you're correct in it's not just one issue. Because I have stated multiple times that I have no issues with religion. I have no issues with what people believe. I do get what Christian living like a Christian is. I do. Like I said, my son will never say, oh God. He'll say, oh gosh. He never says Jesus Christ. He just doesn't. That's not what people who I've never heard Marie do it either. That's just not what people who live religious lives say. They just don't.
Yeah, it is
Now, I can
fettuccine.
only speak from personal experience. When Miss Christine, 555, may she rest in peace, her at the same time, and that could have been me, over hysterics, but yet you never even fucking call the person. I'm sorry, that I'm not buying you, Brittany. I think it's bullshit.
That's my point, Marie. You and my son, and even my daughter, will never use his name in vain. They will never say Jesus fucking Christ or oh God or anything like that. They just don't believe in doing that. And Marie, I've had many conversations with you. I've never heard you do it either.
You can hear her crying. She's crying.
With that being said, we are not sure.
Oh, that's a good one. Good vibes. Maybe if she had cried for Nana, Nana might not have left. That's a good one.
Are you kidding?
Good job, good vibes.
That's a good
Yeah,
job.
you know, you bring up a really good point. Why so upset over this and not over when Nana's husband died?
They prayed for Nana a lot.
She has been. No, I'm serious though. Why not? Why wasn't she that upset for
We're talking about a little child.
for Nana's husband or other people that have died?
What in the world? And this little child hasn't died.
When we will be able to do a show in the future. Yes, our family is always our first priority. Amen. Is always our first priority. And this is where our focus has to be for now. Take all the time you need.
Oh, good vibes. I had so many mixed feelings. I was heartbroken for her. I was heartbroken for the family. I was, heartbroken that
Unbelievable.
I was, thankful that I wasn't triple negative. Like, I had so many different emotions. But every single time I read a post, I was like tearing, bawling.
Hey, Spitfire.
Take all the time you need. Thank you all so much for
Little
your support,
bit,
for your
no.
messages and love for Middle East.
I have studied every religion out there. I did not wake up one day, and I'm not traumatized by religion either. I didn't have any traumatic experience with religion. I paved my own path when I was 13. The hardest conversation I ever had with my parents. I'm no longer going to temple. whenever we had a wedding or a bat mitzvah or a christening or baptism, I would joke around with my dad in church. I'd be like, Dad, I'm going to melt. I'm going to melt. And they accepted my belief. They sat down with me, asked me why I believe what I believe, why I felt the way I felt. I explained to them why I did, and they respected my feelings the same way my kids found God, found religion, and I told them, same thing. I totally respect your opinion. This is what you want to do, more power to you. This is the path that's going to keep you on the straight and narrow, awesome.
Sorry, guys. We cannot thank you
Hey,
enough.
Annie.
We ask that you continue to pray for Middle Eve. Please continue to pray for our son. Yeah, I'm okay, baby. I'm all right. I'm just reading something sad. I'm okay.
You
I'm
can
fine.
hear her door and her son come in.
And he'll just come walk in here and he rubbed my back. and he rubbed my back and he patted me on the back.
Brittany, I thought your kids weren't in the room anymore, Brittany.
They're not. You can hear the door and you.
Chasing, her kids have been with her every single night. It was just another lie. She even says her kids are there all the time. I think that opening the door was Craig, not her kid. Just my opinion, based on all the things that we have heard about her and her child.
You can hear Neil come in. You can hear it.
I thought they weren't in the room anymore. Isn't that what you said? That you kept the kids out?
He probably heard his mother crying.
I'm not the one that needs the consoling. They are. You know it. I can't even imagine. Oh my goodness. I hope that
Sarah, I
they
know.
know how much we stand with them and we love them.
I know, Betty.
Okay, anybody who has went over there and watched Mr. and Mrs. E's channel for even 5 minutes knows.
Ash, I don't know.
They are just good, wholesome people. Just good, wholesome people. It does, Crafty Crafter, it really does. And it breaks my heart. But they are absolutely,
And Nana wasn't a good person? Nana wasn't somebody that loved you?
What?
If
What?
Nana even got a quarter of this love.
She
wouldn't have loved.
did. How many of you?
No, she really didn't. Nana said it before. She didn't.
You were
really
there
amazing people, and
when
also-
Nana was there? How many of you were there when Nana was there? Nana got a ton of love all the time. I mean, am I crazy? I don't think so. It's insane.
sorry that this is happening to them. I'm so
Yeah.
very sorry. Let me finish trying to read it. Just imagine if your child was going through this, y'all. How do you?
Midnight, you're right. That's what happened. Nana was feeling down or whatever the situation was. And Nana went over to Queen Bee or something. I don't remember. Maybe she was trying to straighten something out with Queen Bee. I don't remember the situation. But she went over to Queen Bee and Brittany freaked out. All of a sudden, it didn't matter what happened to her husband. None of that mattered anymore. Now it was just, you're a fucking drunk and you went over to Queen Bee and blah, blah, blah. Like, really? Her husband just died. She can go wherever the fuck she wants. That's what happened. But she didn't show support. She certainly didn't cry.
I don't know, Lynette.
Maybe we should try to do something for them. We are not exactly
Right,
sure how long
Audrey?
we'll be in the rehab facility, but we hope it is only a few weeks. With that being said, we are not sure when we'll be able to do our show in the future. Our family is always our first priority, and this is where our focus has to be for now. Yes. Thank you all so much for your support, prayers, messages, and love for Middle E. We cannot thank you enough. We
Hey,
ask that you continue
Lisa.
to pray for Middle E. Please continue to pray for our son.
Please
That he can
pray
overcome
for
all
our
of these
son.
obstacles and heal quickly. Please pray that he keeps his spirits up. Please pray that the tumor stop growing in his brain. Please pray that the
I'm going to use Chasing's line on this. Laura, why does it matter? Say that to any single creator in this community. Well, why does this one matter? Well, why does Chasing review me? Why am I reviewing Chasing? Why does Queen Bee review Betty or Brittany? Like, it goes for anybody. So to say that is just ludicrous. That's what we do. We review people. Sorry.
Cancer be removed from his body, never to return.
Do you understand that Mr. and Mrs. E believe in the power of prayer? They want.
Now, here's where Chasing had a really, really good point, and she's right about it. She's absolutely right about it. If they believe in the power of prayer, and I didn't realize that, but if they believe in the power of prayer, then I shouldn't have said anything about it. That's where I was wrong, but I didn't realize it until Chasing just said it. Because again, if someone believes in that for their child, then anybody who prays should do that. So I did not hear that part. I did not know that part. So for that, I do apologize, because if that's what they wanted for their child, more power to them. So that's where Chasing is right on that. And I have no problem saying that or admitting it.
People. Did you want her to do it in secret? She was reading the post. They also believe in prayer. So why wouldn't you pray out loud? I don't understand.
Can someone tell me why she's so emotional? I don't think
Maybe
it
her
has anything
periods
to
do.
with the E
Who
kid.
knows?
I don't. I just don't. And I know that sounds heartless and horrible.
It does.
To me, this is over the top.
It isn't.
I can see tears.
It's a little
I can
child.
see crying. I can see being upset. But I feel like this is a bit over the top for somebody that she's never even met. And she said she hasn't even called. If this was a family member or something like that, I get it. But you've never even called.
No, I absolutely did not know Chasing. Not at all. I had no clue. I don't follow Missy, so I honestly had no clue.
That's kind of where I have a problem.
I've never met a lot of people, so what?
And maybe some of us are just, what's the word I'm looking for?
Jaded? Mean?
Maybe conditioned to see people like fucking MJL do this shit all the time. So maybe we're just kind of used to people faking it. I don't know. But I just think this is way over the top.
Absolutely, Kim.
Let me rephrase that. Way
And Vino,
over the
good
top
question.
for somebody who never cared about
Absolutely,
anybody else.
Audrey. Hey,
Didn't
Johnny.
care when Nana's husband died. Never.
Of course she
welcome,
did.
Rebecca. Never.
No, she really didn't, Chasing. She really didn't. Hey, BlackRock.
Cried like this over any of her mods who had problems.
How do you know?
Any of her mods' kids. I mean, think
Hey,
about
lighting.
it. Didn't Kelsey just have something happen with her kid
No.
or her brother or something?
Yes.
She just had some major traumatic.
And she's
thing
about
happen.
to ask people to pray for Kelsey, but you don't
I
address
didn't see
that.
Brittany crying. I've never seen Brittany cry over anybody.
Hey, Sally.
And now she's just overly emotional.
It's a
and it's,
child.
oh my God. You guys hear my stomach? Now it's like, oh my God.
Hey,
Come
Queen
on.
Bella.
Fake.
Nana even had one request for BJ not to do drama that night, so BJ fired up a members-only drama live. She knew Nana wasn't a member and wouldn't be able to join the night he passed, for fuck's sake. Yep, I remember that.
I cried when we saved a bee farm. Like, people cry for all different reasons. It is a race to the bottom. It is.
So sorry.
It
And then she
absolutely
left
is.
a Bible verse, and it says,
She left a Bible verse.
"For I will restore health unto thee."
It's like, okay, why is she hysterical for somebody that left a Bible verse? If you're a quote unquote real Christian not using religious manipulation, you wouldn't cry because she left a Bible verse. That's something that would be in your nature. Like, I'm sure Dayton's Bible next to his bed has highlighter in it. I do. You know, if he left a Bible verse, it wouldn't make some, or if I left a Bible verse, I mean, it just wouldn't make you over the top emotional if you're a religious person who left a Bible verse. That's what I'm talking about. It's fucking weird.
For I will restore health unto thee,
So
and I
the
will
same.
heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord.
Nana.
Her brother and father have cancer at the same time. Can
Yeah.
you fucking imagine? Holy shit. Father and brother. Yeah, the father had it. Now the brother has it, right? I couldn't even imagine. But I don't see her crying for that.
You have no idea what she cries for.
Jeremiah
But I do, Chasing. I do. I don't really believe in writing in my Bible. I like to keep my Bible as pure as possible. Yes, dear. Drive safe.
30:17. Love Miss Eve.
She got emotional.
See what I mean? The kid doesn't even highlight his Bible. He doesn't even write in his Bible. It's got to be pure and clean. Now that makes me want to go in there and put like a smiley face in it. I'm kidding, Dayton. I would never. I wouldn't do that to you. Yeah, he even tells me he loves me. No, he doesn't call me mother. He calls me mom.
So what?
Brittany, will you look up footprints in the sand and read it? Oh, Luminous, thank you so much for the $20. That's incredibly worth it. This. So please, guys, we also need lots of prayers for him. Her family's struggling. This
She's
is not
talking
an
about
easy time
Kelsey.
for any of them. If y'all see her come in or you see her around, show her lots of love. They can use all the encouragement in the street. Her brother was diagnosed with cancer here just recently, and he's going to be going through steps of treatment very soon. And he's super young. I couldn't even imagine. So please, guys, lift your heads.
Exactly, Brittany Bell.
Okay. He's super young. He's 28. Now, he's super young compared to me and you, Chasing, but he's super young would imply under 10, would imply even maybe Dayton at 17. But 28 is not super young. I don't even think she realized how old Kelsey's brother is because she doesn't pay attention. Just my opinion.
Where's Kelsey's prayers? Where's Kelsey's
Right there.
stuff?
She's asking right now.
Where's Kelsey? Kelsey gets a standard blah, 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 blah.
Laura.
But Mr. and Mrs. E, they get the tears.
Chasing, the money started rolling in for her. The money just kept coming in for her. And then all of a sudden, the tears stopped. And her chat had to remind her about Kelsey. It wasn't something she came up with on her own. It was like, oh yeah, Chelsea. 28 is super young, not to Brittany. Brittany is only 36. So 28 would not be considered super young to her. When I was in my 30s, nothing 28 was super young. At 55, yeah, 28. If you're young enough to be my kid, yeah, you're super young. But I really don't think she even knew how old Kelsey's brother was. And Chasing, we're old. So 28, yeah, that's super young. But at 36, 28 is not super young.
of stuff. As far as Brittany being under pressure, who's not under pressure?
This is unbelievable.
Brittany doesn't even, in my opinion, know what the fuck pressure is. That's just my opinion. I don't respect her. Oh, she's got people on the internet coming after her. So fucking ignore them. And you can't tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I do it every day. They can't stress you out if you just fucking ignore them. She has that choice. She's with a loser boyfriend, that's on her. She doesn't have her kids in her life, that's on her. Every single thing of her stresses are not because of any other reason than her choices. So change them.
Chasing, you've seen people come after me day after day. You saw a whole fucking community come after me. Some of them I acknowledged, but most of them got blocked and deleted. Let's go recently. I was accused of being all these fucking trolls. I was accused of, by you, by Nunya, by Jonesin, by fucking Wendy, and everybody accused me of being all these trolls. But then it comes out, I'm not those trolls. Wendy V said they've known since June. Do you know I haven't gotten one fucking apology from anybody? Even though I told everybody I'm not those fucking trolls. Like, I don't know what I wrote you privately about it. I swear on my kids' lives, I'm not those fucking trolls. Doesn't matter. Still haven't gotten a fucking apology for it. But you learn to block and delete. Just block and delete. Brittany chooses to fight with everybody. I'm sorry, you gotta pick your battles wisely.
Speaking of Craig, I was listening to a video before, and I heard something Craig said that I never even knew he said, and that was, what did he say? Hold on, I gotta get it.
Chasing, before you leave, I want to show you what my next comment came from.
What? I didn't go get to
I
this
was like,
part.
what the fuck? You fucking weirdo.
Remy, her kids, which she has. I mean,
He said, because I've got a big pole and 2 houses, Laura. Okay, I
Laura.
almost choked when I heard it. Craig, you don't own 2 houses. Technically you do, but one of them is
I
not
cut the
livable,
screen
and
because
the
I have
one
to
that you
open
live in
up,
is not technically
I had to
livable.
open up
I don't know
Discord.
anything about
So
their homes.
you don't actually own them, they were inherited. And again, one of them is not even livable. As far as you having a big dick, I heard you're like 5'5". Sorry, I don't date short guys. So any
Is he
guy
asking
that
you
says
on a
that
date?
at your age, in their 30s, probably has a really small one. Just saying. But
Why is it not
say
opening?
that?
Well, that
Yeah.
was fun, but okay. I mean, listen. If Craig wants to talk about his penis, I'd say that's his business. Period, poo.
I come to him with my list of requests, my prayers, my demands. And
This is my
expect
pastor.
Prime delivery. Jesus?
All right, I don't know why my Discord's not opening, but I can email it to you. He said it. I think Chroma Reels has the video, but he could talk about his dick all day long. Keep my fucking name out of it. That's my issue. It was the grossest thing I ever heard. So was he asking me out on a date? I don't know. Why would he mention his dick and put my name in the same sentence? I don't know. That's fucking weird. It's very weird. No, it's not his business when he puts my name in it. It no longer becomes only his business when he puts my name in it. Then it becomes my business. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden it became my business, not just his. Yeah, he directed it at me. Yes, Sly, someone said that he doxed my address last night. Not that it fucking matters. But I am just curious why he doxed my address. Like, what was he trying to prove? Craig did last night, I heard. But I'm going to tell everybody what I said originally. I own a business. Anybody can get my fucking address. I mean, if someone wanted my address, just order a candle. And boom, you're going to get my address. So I'm not stressing over it. He thinks he's got something on me. No, you don't. You don't have anything on me, dude. But I don't know why he did it, though. Like, what the fuck you doxing my address for, loser? Oh, because BJ said I was streaming her, and I wasn't streaming her. So he doxed my address? Okay, tough guy. I could probably take Craig myself. With his little 5'5" ass. Then again, he might sit on me. He is a moron. And he is vile. I agree with all of that. I don't know. I think she's doing a really good job of destroying her own credibility and her own channel. Because, like, if she was smart... Yeah, I know. I wasn't even playing her, Just Irish. That's the funny... I was not... I was talking about Betty at that point. It's like I wasn't even fucking discussing her. That's what made it so funny. I was going over Betty's stuff. When she said that, that's why I thought it was so funny. I'm like, you're such an idiot. He might force you to, yeah. He'll be teaching me Spanish. Puerto. Hit the puerto. That's what I got to say to Craig. Hit the door, Jack. But I'll tell you this much. I didn't know Daisy Dukes left her. She was just fighting with me like a week ago. I was shocked she left. Yeah, Luminous told her you were, and she believed her. Of course she did. Instead of just looking really quick. How fucking dumb do you look? But you know what I noticed she does? Which is fucking weird. But I did notice this recently. Oh my God, Amber. You're right. How do I forget this? Please tell me. Fuck. I completely forgot. I don't know how I forget that. Yes, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 2 years ago today, not today, but 2 years ago, I went for my first mammogram ever and found out I had breast cancer. Oh, I got to put that on the website. I can't believe I forgot. I've been so fucking busy. Well, today it wasn't. Today I was like fucking dead. But I got to make some for the festival too. Fuck. Totally forgot. What an idiot. How do I forget that? Oh. I think Craig is... I just heard he was short. I don't know how tall he is. I just heard he was short. But then again, my son is 6'6", so everyone is short compared to Dayton. The husband shot his wife because she had been on... and bought it. Yes, get your mammogram, people. Oh. Tell you, Laura, regardless if you forgot. No, I did. I totally forgot. I've been so busy with the stupid ass wedding. Short like his bank short? I don't know. Now, someone told me he was little. But all right, I'm going to get up because I need to finish all this stuff. I need to make some breast cancer candles. Fuck. I got a doctor's appointment at 8:20 in the morning. And fuck. And then I'm working all day Tuesday and Wednesday. Damn, I shouldn't have fucking mellowed out this weekend. Shit. All right, I got work to do. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And no hard feelings with chasing. And again, I will close with, and I will definitely reiterate, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Everybody is entitled to believe whatever they want. I will never down somebody for their beliefs. And I would hope that nobody would ever hate me for my beliefs. But before I go, hold on. There was something that I found earlier that I thought was really, really interesting. Denise, that was an accident. 1.8 seconds. All right. You only timed out for 1.8 seconds. You should be back. Now Amber timed you out for 10 seconds. Guys, stop. Stop, stop. You guys are making it 10 times fucking worse. You can't undo a timeout. No, you timed her out for 60 seconds. You can't undo a timeout. You can undo a block. And you guys, you kept trying to undo it, and then she kept getting blocked out more. Thank God it's only 60 seconds, but yeah. Denise, that was an accident. No, but I found something I want you guys to hear. I thought this was really interesting. Hold on. I sent it to my Facebook when I had to restart my computer. There's my mom on her cruise. All right. So check this out. This is... Oh, man, can I make it bigger? Hold on. All right, where's my glasses? I'll be able to see it if I get my glasses. Hold on. That's what happens when you get old. Ugh. All right. So this says an atheist view on life and a Christian's view on life. An atheist view is I will live my life according to these beliefs. God does not exist. It is just foolish to think that there is a God with a cosmic plan that has all-powerful God, redemption and healing and the pain and suffering in the world is a comforting thought. However, it is only wishful thinking. People can do as they please without eternal consequences. Hold on. Without eternal consequences. The idea that I am deserving of hell because of sin is a lie meant to make me a slave to those in power. The more you have, the happier you will be. Our existence has no grand meaning or purpose in a world with no God. There is freedom to be who I want to be, but with God, everything is fine. It is ridiculous to think I'm lost in need of saving. That's an atheist perspective. Now backtrack that. Christian's point of view is the exact opposite. It says, read this bottom to top. I am lost and need of saving. It is ridiculous to think everything is fine, but with God, there is freedom to be who I want to be. In a world with no God, our existence has no grand meaning or purpose. The more you have, the happier you will be is a lie meant to make me a slave to those in power. Because of sin, I am deserving of hell. The idea that people can do as they please without internal consequences is only wishful thinking. It is a comforting thought, however, that an all-powerful God brings redemption and healing to this pain and suffering in the world, that there is a God with a cosmic plan. It is just foolish to think God does not exist. I will live my life according to these beliefs. How fucking cool is that? I thought it was one of the coolest things I ever saw. Dayton, I thought you were at the gym. But it was one of the coolest things I ever saw. I was like, that is so true. An atheist belief is living life the way you would like to. The way to live with a Christian belief is to follow the ways Jesus told us and would live to honor him. Live to honor yourself. Nobody has more power than you personally. You have the power to pave your way. You have the power to make things happen. You have everything you need inside of you. And that's something I've taught you your whole life. Nobody's going to make anything happen except for you. You are going to make shit happen. You have the power to make shit happen. Nobody else, just you. And that's something that I've tried to instill in you your whole life. And I think I've done a pretty good job. But I thought this poem was great, though, because it's so true. Atheist view is down, and Christian's view is just say it backwards. So, all right, I'm out of here, though. I'm going to eat my dinner, and I got to get these wax melts done. And I got to set up, I guess I'll do it tomorrow. I got to set up Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I can't believe I forgot. Such an idiot. So, all right, but thank you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Date and be careful. And I'll see you when you get home. Love you. That was to date my son, by the way. But I love you guys too.